Hi, friends. How are you today? So good to see you as always. Oh my gosh, I say every single time I'm living my best life, and today is number one. I am here with Catherine Armstrong of Dream Vacations. She's the owner and travel advisor of Dream Vacations. Catherine, thank you so much for being here. It's so good to see you. How are you today?
I am amazing. How are you doing, Jennifer?
I'm good. I'm good. Before full disclosure, before we started recording, we talked about her trip to Greece. Woo wee.
Yes, yes. Amazing, amazing trip.
Oh,
Amazing
is
trip.
that
Yes.
it's so I'm going to start off with the world's toughest question. What is your favorite destination? Here we go. I'm putting you on the spot.
Oh, wow. I have so many.
Yeah.
I would say Greece is one of them. The
Yeah.
Greek Isles is one. Um, Budapest is another. That's where my husband is from. Um, Amazing place. Austria, uh, cleanest, friendliest city. I could go on and on for days, but those and Barcelona. I absolutely love Barcelona. Oh, and Portugal. See, I could talk forever.
That's why it's a tough question right off the bat.
Okay.
So so yeah, so you can see I love to travel. I love talking about it. I think it's such a luxury, and I think it is the most important thing you can do for yourself is to get out and see the world. Am I wrong?
Absolutely. I always tell folks, you only live once, and regardless of what your budget might be, I work with folks so they can plan it, put money aside, so this way they have something coming up to look forward to. Because work and no play, it'll make you a dull girl or boy. So it's really important. And then it's really good for you when you go and you see other cultures and you immerse yourself in the experience. It's refreshing. You come back, you're like, wow, okay, I'm ready to do this again. I'm ready to get back to work. So yes, it's a good thing to do. It's like a vitamin.
I'm getting goosebumps because I really believe that there's a huge world out there and you've got to go
Mhm.
see it. And whatever, and
Yes,
like you mentioned, you work with all budgets. What's your
yes.
okay? And
Yeah, so I work with all budgets. So if you are anywhere from, if you want to do something for 3,000 or 20,000, it just depends on what it is that you want to do. And this way we can work with that particular, I work with all different folks, work with you in regards to, put money away. Now there's certain clients, there's certain vendors that will not do payments. So of course, if you want to do a payment plan, I have to find a certain vendor for you to do that. And the charges may be a little more because you are making payments.
that's good to know.
But folks that are doing it right off the bat and they're paying for the whole thing, I know we can get them a really good discount because they're paying for it right up front. But yes, I try to work with everyone, work within their budget. Sometimes we have to go outside the lines of the budget a little bit, you know. But I tell them, I said, listen, this is a once in a lifetime adventure. When are you going to get to do this again?
Yeah. It's so
And
important.
then,
And
yes, and then the anticipation of counting down. I have clients are looking at their calendar, Catherine, I've got 30 more days to go. And they're counting down, Catherine, oh my God, I've got 2 weeks to go. So it is an exciting thing to go someplace you've never been and to submerge yourself, even if you're going by yourself, because I can get folks work them where they can work with other people once they get there. If they want to work, if they want to go hang out with them, they can. If they don't want to, don't do. But don't be afraid.
don't be afraid. So let's talk
Don't be
about a
afraid.
little of the details. So you work with clients from the very beginning. You talk about what their
Yes,
dreams and wishes are, and you work
right,
to help build, fulfill that dream.
right.
And you're with them every step of the way, correct?
Yes, yes. So from the time they've called me or emailed me or text me that they want to, it's a big thing now, that they want to put together a trip to go a certain place, I will then, reach out to them, take some information, where, when, dates, how many passengers, do you have a passport, blah, blah, blah. If you don't have a passport, I can direct you depending on what city you're in.
Mm.
And if you don't know, I can send you the link to the passport office to get it expedited depending on when they're going. Um, And then I put together a itinerary for them based on where they want to go. So for instance, if they say, well, I'm going to go to Barcelona, okay, great. So I'll put together the airfare, the transfer. So when they get to the airport, and I even have door-to-door service. So if you don't want to take an Uber, I can have someone come to your house, pick you up, take you to the airport. And then I'll have an itinerary for you with your dates, where you're supposed to be, what gate you're supposed to be at, even from where you want to sit on the plane. We'll talk about that, where we like to sit on the plane, exit seat, I want business class, whatever it is that you want, work
Business
that out.
class.
Yes, business, whatever you want, even the luggage. So if they just like, oh God, Catherine, to go take an extra bag, it's going to cost me X amount of dollars. Okay, so how about we try carry on? Oh, I can't do it. I need this. No. So we just mix and match. So a lot of times we'll do a video call like I'm doing with you right now. And they'll show me what they have. I said, okay, you're a black and white type person. So how about you take these 4 bottoms, match it with these 5 tops. You can change them, get a couple of scarves, and some jewelry to match. Not a whole lot of jewelry because you don't want to make yourself look like a tourist, even though you are.
Don't take your good stuff.
No,
just put that out there.
and good walking shoes. So I tell folks, wear your sneakers when you go, and have a nice pair of shoes when you're there. And you got to bring flip flops. Tell folks, if you're going someplace warm, you got to put the flip flops in there, and just the toiletries, and you're good. I'll even tell them what kind of luggage, based on the dimensions that you need for the airline that they're going on. And then, of course, I always tell them, make sure they download WhatsApp. So if they have an issue or something's going on, they can reach out to me and say, hey, guys, this looks a little wonky. I need some help with that. I tell them the weather conditions, what to expect. I tell them who they're supposed to meet up with. They're doing tours or whatever, give them that information. So this way they have everything they need. If they're doing, a land trip, I'll recommend different restaurants for them to go to, that they can try. And I always tell them, let me know what you think of these restaurants. And they do. So, and that's, and then when they come back, I send them a thank you notice and welcome home email, asking them to tell me, how their trip went. I mean, I already know because I've been talking to them, but tell me how your trip went, what did I do right? What areas to give me feedback so I can make sure if I missed anything, I can make sure moving forward next time I do a trip for them or anybody else that I can work on that.
So I'm telling you, she helps you pack. People, have you ever met a travel advisor that helps you pack? Because raise your hand if you always pack too much. So I love it's so detail oriented. Catherine will help you. As you can see, from the very beginning to the very end, every detail is laid out. There's no question. You know where you're going, you know who you're meeting, you know what you're wearing. Every detail is taken care of. And
Yes.
And you need someone to do that because she's been to these places and you may not have. So she knows where to go to eat, and just like the insider of her brain, she knows all like the local places and the best things to do.
Right. Local is good.
Local
and it's
is
cheaper.
good. Yes.
Local is really good. I tell folks, don't judge a restaurant by the front of it. Wait until you go inside. It might be family owned. They will come and greet you, and they will treat you well. And a lot of times, especially like when I was in Italy, they had they were playing musical instruments. They were playing the guitar. They were coming around and just sitting and chatting with you, talking about different types of wine. I mean, just I was like, oh my goodness, am I going to make it back to my hotel? But, yeah, so it's a wonderful thing to do. Take a trip.
And yes, go, and then you really get immersed in the culture and the city and the place and the people, and that's where the magic happens. That's where you really start to understand that people are people, and it's just so fun to connect with others around the world and really immerse yourself in their culture. Oh, I'm getting goosebumps again.
It's Jennifer, I think this is the best job ever.
Well, maybe I've got a pretty good one too.
You do have a pretty good job. Yes, you do. You network with folks, and I think that's pretty amazing too. You know, getting folks together, which is really good. That's how I met you.
Yeah.
So yeah. So
Well,
yeah, I
yeah. Your enthusiasm and your warmness and your caring just come right across the screen. So, and so talk to me about fees. Are there fees?
Okay, so most times I do not charge a fee most times. However, there are those occasions, depending on what the client is looking for, where I may charge them anywhere from $75 to $350, depending on what it is that they're wanting to do.
Mhm.
Now, if it is a group, I tell them if the group is, they'll say, well, it's going to be X amount of people. But if that doesn't transpire and it ends up being one or two, and I've done all the additional work for a large group, then I will probably charge them a small fee for that. If it's a large group and everybody signs up, the fee is waived.
Yeah.
Because doing large groups takes some time dealing with each individual and finding out their wants and their needs and their dietary restrictions, and if they have any. Are you in a wheelchair? Are you, those kind of things. So that takes some additional time, which I'm more than happy to do. So if I'm doing a large group and it comes to fruition, there's no charge. If it's a group and they say, "Oh, we're not going to do this," so then I'm going to charge them a fee, because the bottom line is time is my time is valuable, and
your expertise.
Yes, my time is valuable and my expertise. So I'm willing to do whatever I need to do to help the client. But yeah. So anywhere from 75 to 350.
Yeah, my point is that the fees are nominal, so it's not going to charge you. Yes, so if you work with Catherine, it's not. You're not. The fees are nominal, so you're paying.
Right.
That's my point. So I didn't want anybody to be afraid of. Well, I can't afford this. No, you can.
Right. You can, absolutely. That's what folks don't let that be an obstacle. Let's work on what you want to do, where you want to go. Let's get you there.
Yes. Fun.
Yeah.
All right. So what's the best way to reach you?
Okay, so I can be reached multiple ways. My email address is carmstrong@dreamvacations.com or Ready Set Go Vacations, which is another platform which links into my website, or they can do carmstrong.dreamvacations.com, which goes straight to my site. Or they can call me on the phone, which is 281-889-9508. I'm on every social media platform. LinkedIn is my biggest one, but I am on Facebook as well. I'm on Instagram. For Instagram, it's Catherine Vacay 62 is my handle. So so I'm all over the place. Very easy to reach. Even if you Google and you're trying to find me, you just put my name in and it will come up. It will come up with Catherine Armstrong, Mark Greenfield and Associates /Dream Vacations. So yes, so I'm pretty easy to get a hold of.
You can find her anywhere.
Yes, I'm pretty easy to get a hold of. Yes.
oh my gosh, I could talk about this all day long.
All right. Oh yes, me too. So I have to pace myself. Like, okay, yeah.
So if even thinking about traveling, give Catherine a call and she'll help you from beginning to end. She'll help you pack, people.
That's right. And that's very important, the packing part. And it can be overwhelming when you're trying to go somewhere that you've never been.
You've never been. You don't know the weather. Yeah. You don't want to be dragging heavy bags across cobblestones. There's so much to consider.
Oh yes.
All right. Yes. Okay. Yes. So I'm going to make you narrow down your favorite city.
Oh wow.
Just one.
Oh goodness. My favorite city.
That's how we started, but then you had lots of.
Amsterdam.
There we go. All right, I nailed you down.
Amsterdam. I absolutely love Amsterdam. So yeah.
Put that on. I've been through it, but we haven't stopped. That's been a
Oh yeah,
transfer.
you got to stop. It's a whole different. They're very liberal there. Yeah, it's a cool place.
Perfect. All right. Thank you so much, friends. Call Catherine. She will take very good care of you, and you can go see the world. And it's
That's right.
beautiful place out there. Oh, it's gorgeous. So
that's right.
yes.
It is. It is.
So, Catherine, thank you so much for being here today. I hope everybody is safe and well, and get out there and see everything. All right, friends. Thank you so much.
You too.
We'll see you soon. Bye.
All right. Bye-bye.